If you've been diagnosed with depression and are taking antidepressants, you are likely feeling emotionally numb, experiencing weight gain, and having other draining symptoms like difficulty feeling positive or feeling withdrawn. Do these side effects sound familiar? We want to share with you a staggering number of people that feel just as down and out as you do, that continue to feel worse and gain weight as a result. Long-term antidepressant users are risking permanent damage to their bodies. Medical experts agree that urgent action is needed to encourage long-term users to come off antidepressant medications. So why are they saying this, and what can you do to protect yourself? Hi everyone, this is Eileen with the Kaspar Twins. We're leading hypnotherapists and wellness experts on a mission to educate and empower you to live the healthiest, most abundant life you deserve. If you suffer from depression and want to replace your antidepressants but are scared and have no idea where to begin safely to avoid life-altering and permanent side effects, then you're in the right place. We're about to reveal staggering statistics regarding the overuse of antidepressants, as well as easy and extremely effective tools proven to increase confidence, rewire the mind to easily make healthy food choices, and eradicate depression. We can assist you in implementing an alternative to antidepressants. We realize that this is very scary. It's a very scary step, and we have full compassion for what you're going through. Don't worry, because we're going to share with you proven methods to naturally manage and eradicate depression for good. We're not medical doctors, so please consult your doctor before making any changes. Also, be mindful of anyone who encourages you to stay on medications long-term to manage depression, and here's why. Antidepressants, namely SSRIs, are designed to boost low serotonin, the feel-good transmitter. SSRIs were originally developed for short-term use, for 9 months to a maximum of 2 years from the onset of the depressive episode. Most of our clients have been on SSRIs for over a decade. These were developed in the 80s and 90s, so still very little is known about long-term permanent side effects, and information that is known doesn't seem to make it to the mainstream viewers and listeners. But we can tell you, patients are noticing dangerous side effects. A study by Cartwright in 2016 investigated patients taking the medications for 3 to 5 years. This is what he found. 72% with sexual problems. 65% include the inability to reach an orgasm. 73% have withdrawal effects. 65% weight gain. Feeling emotionally numb is 65%. Not feeling like themselves, 54%. A reduced positive feeling, 46%. Feeling like they're addicted, 43%. Caring less about other people, 36%. Feeling suicidal, 36%. Guys, this is not a long-term solution to a problem that has all to do with emotional regulation due to past traumas. Even with all the miracle drugs available on the market, depression persists at 1 in 3 Americans and 280 million people worldwide. The antidepressant drug industry is a $26 billion industry. The point of telling you all of this is not to convince you to stop taking your medications immediately. That could be potentially dangerous. What we really want you to hear is that we are absolutely certain that there is a more effective method by addressing the root cause of the depression, which falls into these categories: lack of following your heart's desire, lack of connection and community, or the ugly, hurtful words that you tell yourself. Before we get into how to eliminate these feelings for life, there is one more point that we want you to hear. There is a gross misconception regarding the cause of depression, and if SSRIs are even effective at all. If you remember, we mentioned it is thought that the lack of serotonin is the primary cause of depression, but we beg to differ. Dr. David Healy said that the belief that depression is caused by a lack of serotonin has never been credited or discredited. There's no scientific foundation that depression is caused by low serotonin. Professor Andrew Scully of Princeton University said it's deeply misleading and unscientific to say that depression is caused by low serotonin. It is simply not true. Depression persists despite antidepressant drugs worldwide because they are a band-aid for emotional dysregulation. Pinpointing the cause of the dysregulation and rewiring the mind to process upcoming experiences in an empowering way to eradicate depression for good is where it's at. How can anyone be expected to release old narratives that created your current reality if 65% of people on antidepressants are emotionally numb? Do you hear me when I'm saying this? How can anyone work on releasing negative, energetic, emotional molecules if they can't feel them? And what kind of way is that to live anyway? Now that we have hammered in the staggering statistics, let's talk about what to do next. In our Ideal Weight Forever quest, we address emotional dysregulation and discuss natural supplements we detail that can be taken orally, called 5-HTP and tryptophan. These are amino acids your body makes naturally that assists you in making serotonin and melatonin, the feel-good hormone. Not only that, they're known to aid in weight loss by increasing the feeling of fullness, and is said to help depression by increasing serotonin levels, improves symptoms of fibromyalgia, reduces migraines, and increases natural production of melatonin to help you sleep. Practicing gratitude is another way. Practicing gratitude and affirmations have been scientifically proven to release neurotransmitters like endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, equivalent to low levels of antidepressants. Feeling grateful and positive is medically therapeutic and stimulates a mind-body connection, the opposite of feeling withdrawn and disconnected. The more you practice positive thoughts, the more distinct the positive neural pathways become. Eventually, your mind will choose the more developed highway and discard the old highways of negative thoughts that create depression, anxiety, despair, hatred, disgust. You get what I'm saying, right? Do an experiment with me right now. Say these phrases of gratitude out loud with me. Just bear with me. I'm so happy and grateful for the bed that I have to sleep in. I'm thankful that I have family that supports me. I appreciate the loyal friends around me. I'm grateful for the clean water that flows through my faucet. I'm grateful that I have food to eat. I am so appreciative of the feeling of the cool breeze on my face. I am so happy and grateful that it is a beautiful sunny day. How do you feel? A little lighter, right? I worked with a military general who was an angry, negative man who suffered from severe depression and other things. His assignment was to write down 500 things he was grateful for before he came to me the following week. He came back the next week a completely different man with an energetic aura that was brighter, present, and hopeful. Be patient with yourself. Neuroplastic changes take time in order to structurally and functionally change. When we use affirmations, we're more likely to change our old behaviors and move into alignment with ourselves. Alignment with your mind is the most powerful superpower you have. To be in alignment means that all aspects of ourselves are in harmony and your vibration resonates with the same frequency of your desires. This is truly living from self. This is the most powerful place to manifest all that you desire in this physical world, being in coherence with your mind, body, and soul. This brings us to the third and most powerful tool to get you aligned, feeling powerful and in control. Hypnosis is the fastest, simplest, and most powerful rewiring of the subconscious that we have found and is implemented into all aspects of our therapy work, coaching, and training. Hypnosis is extremely effective for depression. Those that are depressed often experience emotional inertia, a sort of resistance or fear of change, a feeling of worthlessness, or that they can't be fixed. We mentioned 3 factors that contributed to the onset of depression. We'd like to explain to you how hypnosis quickly resolves these. The first is those who feel that they have not followed their heart's desire. In other words, they lack purpose. You've heard of mega wealthy who are miserable, right? You may be one. Sometimes this is because they were born into the business or they got lucky somehow. Their career was not driven by passion. Perhaps you took a job just to pay the bills and you've been stuck ever since, or studied a subject in college because it was practical. In hypnosis, we identify your heart's desire by regressing back between the ages of 7 and 14. A key indicator of purpose and calling are the unique skill sets that you had in those areas of excellence at a young age. The second factor is the harsh, hurtful, critical words that you say to yourself over and over again. Pay attention to the very first thing that you say to yourself in the morning. phone and scroll through what you think others' perfect lives are looking like and wonder, what the hell happened to me? You look in the mirror and tell yourself how ugly you look. You get dressed and tell yourself how fat you are. By the time you leave the house, you're beaten down, far from empowered and confident. If you spoke to your friends this way, you wouldn't have any friends left. Hypnosis reframes internal dialogue, dramatically increasing self-worth. When you change the pictures in your head and take away guilt, shame, blame, your emotional state can't not change. The third factor that eventually leads to depression is often a result of social issues, a lack of community. Community is absolutely essential for feeling of belonging. In hypnosis, the root cause of depression is investigated by regressing back in a light state of a theta brainwave. Theta is a state of mind that is most effective to communicating with the subconscious mind. It's as if they've been given another lease on life with replenished energy, a high vibration that attracts more positivity, newfound motivation that many times they have forgotten even what it feels like. Hope is found and confidence to know that they don't ever have to live in that black place of solitude and hopelessness ever again is found. Happiness is available and waiting for you to grab on and take bright and shiny ride of life. The ride of life you were meant to take with joy, laughter, adventure for the rest of your life. There are many other things that are beneficial to depression that we talk about in the Ideal Weight Forever Quest. Hypnosis is the mothership, so to speak. We also talk about foods that contribute to depression, how to cope with hormonal changes through life, routines to avoid, how to curb cravings with your mind, and so much more are discussed. Please click on the link below if you want more information, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more information to get you to your highest and best healthy self. We hope this gave you hope and know that you're not alone. We hope to see you in the next video, and take care.